City Council to order. Now say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
My name is Mel Myers, and I am the mayor of the city of Sargent, and I'm glad that you joined us this evening. It is my pleasure to introduce the members of the Sargent City Council and the city staff that are with us tonight. Nikki Snyder, Tim Clayton, Troy Gavin, city administrator, Gwenda Horkey, city clerk, and Ricky Hightower. My mind just went blank, sorry. In accordance with the section 84-1412 of the Nebraska Revised Statutes, a current copy of the Open Meeting Act is available for review and is posted on the east wall of the meeting room. We'll now have roll call. Roll call?
Schneider,
Yes.
Sheets, Clayton,
Yes.
Hightower.
Yes.
Any items listed on the consent agenda may, by the request of any single council member, be considered as a separate item under the regular agenda section of the agenda. Are there any items that need to be removed from the consent agenda by the council?
Nope. Everything's good.
Motion?
I make a motion. Second.
Any further discussion among the council members? Roll call?
Schneider,
Yes.
Hightower,
Yes.
Clayton.
Yes.
You can skip that if you want.
All right, the first item is to approve or deny the building permit for Earl and Kathy Drake at 304 West Jessie for a fence and shed.
Will there be any citizens' comments?
No, not at this time. What are they doing here?
They're just finishing up a couple projects that they had applied for a building permit like last year or so, and Earl didn't get to it. And so Earl's just reapplying to finish his project. Yeah.
It's about by 12 shed on a concrete slab.
Okay,
I make
in
a
the back
motion.
there?
What's that?
In the back there?
Yeah.
I make a motion.
Okay, any further discussion among council members? Roll call?
Hightower?
Yes.
Schneider?
Yes.
Clayton?
Yes.
So is that a 12-month building permit?
Yes. Number 2, approve or deny the Church of Christ building permit at 200 South 2nd Street for a building.
Tim Liebert looked at him, he said it was fine, so, just kind of the plans that they had started working on.
What's that?
Church of Christ.
Any questions?
No, it's gonna be awesome.
They've had quite a bit of trouble with water in the basement. We put in a drain tile right before the big bomb cyclone, and they've just had terrible issues with that. And in that case, like I say, my drain tile kept up with it, but they're trying to make it into a newer building that they don't have basement underneath it.
I move to approve.
I can second it.
Okay, any further discussion among council members? Roll call?
Hightower?
Yes.
Schneider?
Yes.
Clayton?
Yes.
One question. Now,
Yeah.
did you approve the demolish permit last month? Okay. Just make sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. Did you have that, in that, you weren't here for that meeting then, did you make sure though that you had it checked for asbestos and all of
Yes,
that?
we had a guy come up, but we haven't got the report back.
Okay.
You don't need to camera me. Hey, I'll bust your camera. This is a public deal. I don't need.
It is public, and that's right, and I have a right to record whatever.
Mark,
happens or
quit
so.
being that way.
Not
Just
good.
quit it.
Dude.
You're just so irritating. You irritate everybody in this town.
So you have it, you're just waiting on that to come back?
Yes.
Okay, all right, I just wanna make sure that you did
Yeah,
the proper.
I'm not.
Don't let him run you
I'm
out.
not-
That's what he wants to do.
I'm not gonna
Butch.
put up with it.
He wants to run you out. He wins. He can be juvenile and be like he is, and everybody that's ever met him knows he's that way, so.
Right. Okay, I
Is
just
that the
wanted
way
to,
that
I
you
just
run
wanted,
this, Ms.
I just
Myers?
wanted,
I just got a slander from the city administrator. And
I am not
object to that.
addressing you at this time. So you have everything in order. I just want to make sure that we don't have any issues. Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
We haven't
perfect.
got- We haven't got our asbestos report back, but
Okay, okay,
I'm
thank
looking
you.
for it probably this week, so.
Who
And-
is tearing it down?
G3.
G3 is, that's right,
G3.
okay.
Okay, and then I'll haul it off. Okay,
Excellent, thank
perfect.
you.
Okay, number 3, approve or deny the disaster grant payments of $20,925. The disaster grant will be ending soon. This may be the drawdown.
Yeah, the last
The last one?
drawdown, yeah.
Okay.
I move to approve.
I can second it.
Okay, any further discussion among the council members? Roll call?
Clayton,
Yes.
Schneider,
Mm-hmm.
Hightower.
Yes.
All right, the 4th item is to approve or deny the interlocal agreement with Custer County for the airport. So can you enlighten me on this a little bit?
We do it
Is
every
year?
we do it every year.
Okay,
The city agrees to let Custer County take $2,500 and give it to the airport to help with the running of the airport. So, and then by doing this interlocal agreement, it helps take off 0.5 of what we might do in taxes. You know, so it just kind of also helps with the budget. So.
And we appreciate it too.
thank you.
I move to approve.
I can second it.
Okay, any further discussion? Roll call?
Hightower?
Yes.
Schneider?
Yes.
Clayton?
Yes.
Okay, number 5, approve or deny Carol Kimball's letter of intent for a rural development grant. Carla Kimball will create a letter of intent for a rural development grant for $1 million for the swimming pool. Is that good
Who's
with
that?
everybody?
Yeah, who's Carla Kimball?
She is with Nebraska Central Development Economic District. She is the one that is helping with the disaster housing grants as well, so,
Oh, I think.
And she's
Judy.
from Callaway, and she helped that pool out.
yeah. Judy Peterson has retired, and so Carla is
Yeah.
now the president of the Economic Development District.
I move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion among council members? Roll call?
Hightower?
Yes.
Clayton?
Yes.
Schneider?
Yes.
Okay, approve or deny the Sargent NRD drainage project.
On that next page, it just gives you a letter from Kevin Gustafson telling you what they have completed so far. JEO has completed the surveying and archaeology reviews and the environmental reviews. They hope to have drawings of the location by the 21st.
This is a good deal.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So there's no really
No,
move to
no,
be made.
no move to make, just that they are updating us, so that's
And
great.
then there'll be a meeting, open meeting sometime.
Yeah,
In
there'll be
July.
a series of them.
Okay, great.
Things like that.
Okay. A&R construction. That'll be, we'll go into closed session about that. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Supervisors?
Do you have a supervisor's report?
Right about 5 o'clock, I had a call from the lady that lives at 207 North First Street. She's wanting to put a sign in her yard because she has an autistic child. And he has a bad habit of just running, and he'll run out into the road. So she would like to put some kind of warning up there, some kind of sign that she says people drive past her house really fast. And they don't really watch and pay attention to him. She does have a backyard, but there is a swimming pool next door. And so she's very leery about putting him in the back because he's crawling the fence and getting in this pool. So I told her, you know, I would talk to you guys. I really didn't see anything wrong with like a sign that is about the size of one of those
And
for
a stop
sale.
sign, or little smaller than stop sign.
Yeah, or for sale. You know, people put in their yards for sale signs.
Yeah.
You know.
People put up slow children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that. I don't know,
All the
there may be
times.
one in town already, or I thought maybe I seen, or I've seen them
They
anyway.
put it up down at Wilson's. I think they put it up down at Wagner's once or twice. You know, it's not a,
Where is this on the agenda?
This is under the
It's-
supervisor report. She can discuss what she chooses to discuss at this point. Thank you very much.
Finishing up paperwork for NEMA for the 2019 disaster. It seems like at the city hall, we're always listening to people and different things going on. And, we got in a load of white rock. We've had a couple people ask about it. We did the math, and on the schedule of fees, it says $65. Well, at $65, we would be losing money. It needs to be changed to 90, so I need to put
That's
that
per
on.
load,
Per load, yeah.
Bucket load.
per backhoe bucket load,
Right.
which is about 2,700 pounds, which puts it at about $65 a ton. So we quoted at $90 a load. We got just short of a ton and a half.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
But it's a good, yeah, it's not crushed concrete, although we have that too, but it's white rock for driveways and
Yeah.
gardens.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got to meet the scientist that takes care of our wetlands out here. And he was very interesting to listen to. He says that I had to sign a paper for him for, they'll be redoing 183 from Sargent to Holdridge here pretty soon.
what's the rush?
So
That's
Yeah.
right.
that is awesome.
that's all for
There's
me.
car swallowers on that road down
No
by
doubt.
Ansley. Jeez.
Yeah, I hit him this morning.
Well, here's what we've been doing besides mowing and trimming. So we've been doing a lot of work on the power plant. We did do our compliance test on 2 of the units, 10 and 8. And honestly, I looked back through some records and we passed it at 93, 94%, which was pretty amazing. We haven't done anything with the force center. We've got some broken rings there. And so I'm trying to figure out what the right course of action is here. You know, I was telling Mel, I think for down the road, you know, if that needs a full overhaul and that's $300,000, you know, for $400,000, we can drop in a full megawatt cat unit. There's 3 people that everybody I've talked to in terms of mechanics said there's 3 mechanics in the Midwest that can work on these units. And there ain't none of them young either. And so, you know, that's a 0.4 megawatt unit. So for the same money, we could bring in a cat, and everybody works on cats, right? Parts are everywhere. So, you know, we'd probably be pushing, you know, with controls and everything. I'm just throwing this out here, you know, I have no estimates. I did get an estimate on a 1 megawatt cat unit. It was about 350,000 plus controls. That puts us at probably 450. So that's something, you know, and I talked to NPPD, they'll gladly buy our excess, not just excess capacity, but all the capacity. So we do have, it hasn't been confirmed, but we're gonna do a full capacity test. I think Wednesday's the 25th, where we'll run both of those units at 100% nameplate for 4 hours, and prove them out. So that's good. Doing some other overhead electrical work, and we did some today, and then it needs assistance from NPPD on this deal, or Custer Power.
Is it necessary to have that other generator to keep your MPPD contract, or can you carry it with the ones you have?
It is not necessary, but it's a net positive
I understand, that's just something.
income. Yeah, I mean, fair question. We will ride out, if we get to contract closure time, we'll ride out the 4-cylinder with the caveat to bring it back in. Matter of fact, Steve Gucci from Burwell that was here, who's been working on them for 175 years, I think. he said he didn't think it was worth overhauling it. He just told us that, what, last week when he was here, or the week before, something like that, so we got some
Decisions
work
make.
to do there, exploring what our options are maybe. But I know, here's what I like about this. Just, so right now, let's say we have the 4-cylinder up and it's a about a 2.5 megawatt plant. With the expansion that NPPD is doing, buying capacity, we are one of the, like Ansley, we're one of the much smaller plants. When they need capacity, they're putting in 80 megawatt battery pack up north. They've got 10, 20 megawatt units going in everywhere. We're gonna be so down on the list that we may not get called very often. So we're sitting there getting paid for our capacity every month. It gives us revenue to bring everything up to, and honestly, like that 10-cylinder, it ran, oh my God, it just ran like a dream. Now, we do have some issues there. We got back pressure that wears out machines that doesn't make sense, and even we got some vibration on the 8-cylinder. That's stuff we gotta address, but we'll at least have the revenue to do it. So, anyways, yeah, just like, seems like it should take me 20 minutes to tell you, because we're just busier than hell all the time, but a lot going on.
Everything looks great. Town looks really good right now.
And the pool's up and going and running and
Yeah, little gremlins there. Every time we turn around, little weird things happen nobody can explain. Baby pool's overflowing, can't drain it, won't go. If I drain the big pool, it'll pull down the baby pool. Okay, the baby pool has its own drain, and it's not clogged. Because when we go to drain the big pool, put your hand over it and you got suction. And so I'm like, Tim, come on, we're gonna go figure this out. Tim's like, oh, I don't know. I mean, sometimes we just can't figure it out. That is really, there's just little gremlins that once in a while we can't explain it. But it's super clean, their pH is right, everything's right, the pool looks beautiful. I think them girls did an amazing job. They did a lot of painting, and I'm just really impressed. Just, well, to be honest, the big issue is that sand filter. We just decided we weren't gonna spend the money this year, it's our last year. But that big sand filter tank, it's layered in there, and sand crushes, and we're not being able to backflow correctly, which means our circulation isn't perfect, but do we spend a lot of money? If we need to, we will, but I think we're gonna get by the season without having to do much with that. So, that's all I got,
Great.
unless you guys got questions.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks, Troy.
That was a nice way of saying
So
shit.
what about the
Meg?
new rooster nuisance we brought up in the health board meeting?
Well, we just happen to have our
Where-
marksmen
listen.
among us.
We are in supervisor reports right now,
That's
so
right.
I'm not taking comments at all. I'm
Right.
not taking comments on anything. Mick, would you do your report, please?
Yes, can I do it from here?
Yes, you may.
you can.
The grant for the building of the landfill has been granted and given, and we got a extension until 2026, so we're really happy for that. Miller and Associates have started on their engineering project to get the thing engineered and get it designed and built. Custer Transfer from Broken Bow are now hauling twice a day loads from Broken Bow to Elba, and they will average between $500 and $750 a load. So this has substantially increased our income, and no one is really sure how come. They're just bringing it and we're taking it, spending money. And then it would be good if the emergency management director could be notified and get a hold of Jeff Selden, so that if there is a major tornado disaster somewhere in the area, that they're coordinated and ready to take all the material. Because there'll be a lot of material, and Jeff would just like to know, just be introduced to him, and they just need to exchange phone calls is what they need to do, so if someone could do that, that would be nice. And we will have a meeting again next week. Just keep trudging along.
Yeah, I
Thank you
wonder-
very much.
Thank you, Rick.
how they would charge for, you know, we would have to have a bad deal like that. Taking it, I mean, charge us, you know, or hope it don't come to that.
Pretty fortunate.
Need a motion, please.
I move that the council go into closed session to discuss a strategy with respect to pending or threatened litigation evidenced by a claim or threat of litigation being clearly necessary for the protection of the public interest.
Tim? A second.
I could
Second.
second it.
Okay. The council is going into executive session to discuss strategy with respect to a pending or threatened litigation evidenced by a claim or threat of litigation, it being clearly necessary for the protection of the public interest. Roll call.
Schneider?
Yes.
Hightower?
Yes.
Clayton?
Yes.
Motion carried. We are adjourning into closed session at 7:21 PM.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was physically threatened twice in these two